the Prophet ﷺ says that a man is brought forth and he's placed on one side, and everything that was recorded against him is placed on the other side. And then that scale tips against him, and it is said, send him to the fire. And just as he's about to be taken out of the scale and cast into the fire, he turns back and a voice cries out from the presence of the Most Merciful, saying, La ta'jal, do not hasten. There's still something left for him. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say to him directly, do you deny any of this? Any of these sins that are sinking you? Do you deny them? And he will say, La ya Rabb, no, O my Lord. Allah would say, did my angels record anything incorrectly? Have they been unjust to you? And he would say, no, O Allah, they've been just. Then he will say, apart from that, do you have any good deeds to hold with you, to hold your weight on this day? And the man will be terrified and he'll say, no, O my Lord. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will respond and say that indeed you have some good deeds with us and you will not be treated unjustly today. And so this bitaqa, this card, is brought out, and on this card is written, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. It's just the shahada. And he will say, oh Allah, what is this card compared with all of these scrolls, these records of sin? And Allah will respond and say, innaka la tudlam. You will not be treated unjustly. And so the scrolls are placed on one side, and Allah takes that card with the shahada and places it on the other side. And the Prophet ﷺ said that your scrolls of sins will go flying into the air. And that card of La ilaha illallah will weigh the right side all the way down. You see now the value of La ilaha illallah? No matter what happens, don't lose that card. Low faith is not the same as no faith. And shaitan will try to convince you to tear that card up because you're feeling low. Hold on to La ilaha illallah even when you are struggling to live by it. That one card does away with all of your records of sin. But again, remember, innaka la tudlam. You will not be wronged. And you have to then remember as we get into the scariest part of the Day of Judgment. وَمَا ظَلَمَهُمُ اللَّهُ وَلَكِنْ كَانُوا أَنفُسَهُمْ يَظْلِمُونَ. You know, in regards to those that fell on that day, it wasn't Allah that wronged them, but it was they who wronged themselves by turning away from such a forgiving Lord.
فَأَمَّا مَنْ ثَقُلَتْ مَوَازِينُهُ فَهُوَ فِي عِيشَةٍ رَاضِيَةٍ